Okay guys, welcome to episode 10. Yes, we're up to episode 10 of our Sea-Doo and jet ski series. So if you haven't yet already subscribed, hit the subscribe button. But today, we're going to show you 5 things that you need to do before you put your jet ski in the water to make sure you have a safe time and make sure your jet ski comes back in one piece. Roll the intro. Okay, let's get into it guys. This video is all about things you need to do each and every time you go out on a jet ski. So it's not going to include things like how to ride a jet ski, that's coming up on a future episode, or things like going and getting a license if you need a license in the area that you live in. This is just things that you need to do each and every time you're about to go out on your jet ski. Let's go. Number 1, the first thing you need to do is download your local app which shows the tide times, the weather, because they're all going to come in handy. Specifically, like myself, we were on the Gold Coast in Australia, there's a lot of sandbanks. So if you don't know when the tide is either high or low, you can basically run onto the sandbanks and get stuck, and that is going to ruin your trip instantly. So download the local app on the Gold Coast. It's called Seabreeze. Every local area should have one. So jump on the App Store, find your local weather app and tide charts. That's number 1.
Well, we gotta get some people who are beach days, bro. They're beach days.
Okay guys, number two, we're getting closer to the ski. The first thing you're gonna wanna do is make sure the petrol is full. Regardless of how far you're going or when you last went, make sure you've got petrol and your tank is full. There's nothing worse than running out of petrol in the middle of the ocean. At least if you run out of petrol on the road, which I've done a few times, at least you can call someone, they can come and get you. But if you're in the water, you've got to rely on someone else to come that you probably don't know. So make sure your petrol is full. It's an easy thing to do, but make sure you do it. Double check. All you have to do is hold that button down, check the petrol before you head out. Another thing you're going to want to check is the bung or the drain plug. You want to make sure that any excess water that has made its way into your ski is drained out. You also want to make sure that no one's playing funny buggers and undone your bung or your drain while it's parked in the driveway or while it's on your dock. So you do not want to get out in the water and start to sink. It's probably the worst nightmare for any jet ski owner or any boat person. So check your bung. It'll take you literally 3 seconds, make sure it's tight, and then you're out on the water. Okay, number 4, gotta check your oil and your water each and every time you go out, no matter how far you're going. Even if you're going for a half an hour blast, you don't want to get out half an hour to have to take 2 hours to come back because you've run out of coolant. It's as simple as that. Quickly put the dipstick in, pull it out, and you're off. And last on the list guys is finding a life jacket that perfectly fits you, because it's not a fashion statement. This thing it could keep you alive. So worst case scenario, you fall off, hit your head and you're knocked out. This thing's gonna keep you afloat. So you wanna find one that fits nice and firm. You don't want it to be loose where you could potentially fall out of it, or it's not going to keep you afloat. So find one, doesn't have to be the sexiest looking thing, but find something that suits your body type and is comfortable for you. So yeah, life jacket, very, very important. So thanks for watching guys. That wraps up episode 10 of our Sea-Doo and jet ski series. Hopefully you've learned something. Don't forget those 5 steps or so, because they're all very, very important. And just as important as hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss episode 11. Okay, my name's Mitchell, and I'll see you in the next one.